Maximize the shipping efficiency of your bulk liquids with Grayling form-fit liners and a collapsible IBC from ILC Dover. A collapsible intermediate bulk container paired with a disposable form-fit liquid liner is a cost-effective alternative to drums, bottle and cage, and other types of bulk shipping alternatives. The liner allows the outer container to be reused instantly and eliminates the need for costly cleaning operations. Grayling form-fit liquid liners are designed to reduce labor while minimizing waste and product residual during filling and dispensing of bulk liquids in IBCs and transfer totes. The form-fit liner is designed to closely match the interior dimensions of the IBC without creating any folds, creases, or gussets to trap material during filling or dispense. The Grayling form-fit liner can hold up to 330 gallons when it is fully filled. The liner's construction of a tube and two end caps uses less material than other traditional bottleneck styles and contains less seams. Form-fit liners are available in many film types and various thicknesses. Barrier films are available for oxygen-sensitive applications. Fill and dispense fitments are available in diameters of 2-inch and 3-inch as well as 1-inch aseptic. Liners can also be provided with reclosable butterfly fitments as well. ILC Dover offers a broad portfolio of IBC liners designed to fit the leading totes in the industry, including the Arena 330 Shipper, Buckhorn Caliber, and Horan Optiflow, among others. In this video, we will demonstrate the proper insertion of a Grayling form-fit liner into a Buckhorn Caliber 315 tote. Before inserting the liner into the tote, first ensure that the fill bridge is properly positioned on the tote. The fill bridge should be positioned in the middle of the tote. To prepare the liner, place it on the floor directly in front of the tote. You can also use a table if available in your compounding area. Next, unfold the liner in front of the tote. Unfold the liner until it is the size of the bottom of the container. You can see that the liner has two fitments. The discharge fitment will snap into the discharge port at the bottom of the IBC. The fill fitment will be located at the top of the liner and will fit into the fill bridge for filling. The liner has a square base. You can see the four corners at the base of the liner, which will align to the four corners of the IBC. Now, to place the liner in the tote, grasp the liner like this. You will want to ensure that the discharge fitment is located at the front of the tote. Go to the back of the tote in the middle and insert the liner behind the fill bridge. Make sure that you are inserting the liner so that the discharge fitment is in the front and lines up with the discharge port on the tote. Unfold the square base of the liner so that all four corners line up with the inside corners of the tote. Remove the bubble wrap from the fill fitment and discard. Slide the fill fitment into the fill bridge and lock in place. Check to ensure that you have the square bottom corners aligned with the corners of the tote. Once the liner is in the corners, don't spread out the top. Now we will snap the discharge fitment into the tote. This is an important step to ensure proper filling and dispensing from the tote. First, remove the protective bubble wrap from the discharge fitment and discard. Next, pull on the cap of the discharge fitment and secure the gland adapter clip into the tote. After properly inserting the liner into the IBC and ensuring that the discharge fitment is secured into the discharge port, the liner is ready for filling. Double check that the bottom corners of the liner are properly aligned in the corners of the tote. This is crucial to ensuring a full fill of the tote. Go to the fill fitment that is secured to the fill bridge at the top of the tote. Remove the protective cap from the fill fitment and set aside for later use. You may need to use a connector to attach the fill hose to the fill fitment. Here we are using a camlock adapter. Rotate the adapter clockwise to thread into the fitment. Once threaded in fully, you are ready to attach the fill hose to the adapter. If your fill bridge comes with a cradle, you can set the hose in the cradle to help stabilize the hose during filling. Turn on the valve and the liner will begin to fill. To achieve the best results, do not manipulate the liner until after there is at least 2 to 3 inches of product filled in the bottom of the liner. The liner should continue to fill hands-free. Once the liner is filled, the seams will run parallel to the wall a few inches from it. This is how you will know that the liner is filled completely. Once the liner is filled, shut off the valve. Remove the fill hose, being careful of any excess residual liquid left in the hose. Unscrew the adapter by rotating in a counterclockwise direction to unthread it from the fill fitment. Replace the protective cap on the fitment. Unlock the fill bridge and remove the fitment from the fill bridge. Remove the fill bridge. Place the lid on the tote. Use the secure locks to lock the lid in place on the tote. If using visual tamper-evident security mechanisms such as twist ties, insert those now. The tote is now complete and ready to be delivered to storage or shipping. Once the tote has been removed from storage or the shipping area and has been delivered to the packaging fill line, it is ready for dispensing. Unlock the lid. Remove the lid and set aside. First, ensure that the dispense fitment is secure in the discharge port. This is important to keep the discharge fitment in position to avoid having the fitment and liner accidentally pulled into the pump. Now, you are ready to discharge or dispense the liquid from the tote. First, unscrew the protective cap from the discharge fitment and set aside. The dispense fitment has a protective membrane that must first be pierced to allow the liquid to flow freely to the pump. Some form-fit liners, like this one, come with an integrated cutter tool as a part of the valve assembly. Remove the included blue cutter from the fitment. Turn it around so that the serrated teeth are facing the liner and place it into the discharge fitment, being careful not to push too hard to avoid prematurely puncturing the membrane. Now, you are ready to install your dispensing valve into the dispense fitment of the liner. First, ensure that the handle on the ball valve is turned to the closed position. Rotate the valve clockwise to thread the valve into the fitment. The action of threading the valve will push the cutter into the membrane material, creating a puncture for the liquid to flow. It is very important to thread the valve assembly all the way to ensure a good seal against the discharge fitment. For liners that do not come with an integrated blue cutter, you can use a plunge cutter with your ball valve to pierce the liner membrane. To use a plunge cutter, you will follow similar steps for preparing to pierce the membrane. After you unscrew the protective cap from the discharge fitment and set aside, attach the dispensing ball valve into the dispense fitment of the liner. Rotate the valve clockwise to thread the valve into the fitment. Be sure to thread the valve assembly all the way to ensure that the valve is firmly sealed against the discharge fitment. This is a plunge cutter that works in conjunction with the valve. Thread the plunge cutter into the ball valve. Turn the valve handle to the open position. Once the valve is open, you are ready to push the plunge cutter into the valve to pierce the membrane. Use the handle to close the valve and fully remove the plunge cutter. Once the membrane has been punctured and the dispensing valve is in place, you are ready to connect the hose and begin pumping the liquid from the liner into the package filling line. After connecting the hose, turn the handle of the ball valve to the open position and begin pumping. When the liner is completely discharged, stop the pump, disconnect the hose and valve from the discharge fitment, reinstall the cap on the discharge fitment, unsnap the gland adapter from the discharge port of the tote. The liner is now ready to be removed from the tote and discarded. The tote can now be removed from the filling line. Unlike the bottle and cage and other stainless IBCs, the collapsible IBC does not require extensive cleaning and is ready to be fitted with a fresh form-fit liner for filling the next batch. Please contact ILC Dover to learn more about form-fit liquid liners and other bulk packaging solutions designed for efficient storing, transportation, and dispensing of bulk liquids.